don't know. Tell us about the deal.
Yeah, it values Liverpool at just over $7 billion. As you say, it's in a minority investment, but a long-term partnership as well. So FSG will retain majority ownership of Liverpool Football Club and operational control as well. So there's no change to the leadership or the day-to-day operation of the club either. And we know that FSG don't publicly disclose too many details when it comes to deals like this, but what I can tell you is that the stakeholding that they've taken is around about 30%. That is accurately being reported at the moment, and ultimately what this deal is all about is adding a small group of accomplished, aligned, long-term partners, that's how it's been told to us anyway, who believe in Liverpool while also preserving the ownership, leadership and operating approach that has been in place under FSG's leadership as well. So exciting news in some respects, and when you look at it financially, Liverpool is in no kind of trouble whatsoever, but again, this just increases the financial stability and gives them that opportunity again to grow revenue streams further.
Minority stake at the moment. Any sort of indication that down the line Bezos and this consortium could actually take full control? Well, there's been reports out about that, and certainly coming over from America, there's talk that in 12 months' time, for instance, if certain parameters are followed, then it could result in a full takeover. Now, what we're being briefed, actually, is that FSG are aware that there has been speculation about what the transaction could ultimately mean for the future ownership of the football club, and they wanted to address that directly. Look, as is typical in any kind of long-term deal like this, or strategic investment at least, the transaction documents provide flexibility for certain paths that you can follow as well, and future intentions. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to follow those intentions or follow that predetermined path towards another transaction in the future, which would be ultimately a takeover. So what is being agreed today is a minority investment, as we keep stressing, with FSG retaining majority ownership and operational control. Any other characterisation of that is inaccurate. Michael, Newcastle fans will tell you that it's all very well having owners who are richer than anyone else on the planet. Doesn't necessarily mean that A, your club's successful, and B, you can spend that money.
Yeah, gone are the days of a takeover out of nowhere and then you go and spend what you like. And, you know, the day of Manchester City, how it all completely turned around, and all of a sudden we were doing Robinho signing for Manchester City. So you look at Anfield here, though, Vinny. I mean, are we going to have Amazon Anfield in 8 years' time, and will it help them expand Anfield, change Anfield with this kind of backing?
Well, look, they've brought someone in who, can bring that to the table at least. But ultimately, Jeff Bezos is not going to be on the board or anything like that. He's an investor, yes, but in terms of his overall influence with the club. But what, as I said, it's something I stressed earlier. It is about bringing in these people with that business acumen as well. And so FSG have made no secret of the fact that they want to bring in investors like that. They're very picky about who they deal with as well. And ultimately, Amit Bhatia, who has led the negotiations and leads the consortium as well, has made such a favourable impression on FSG to the extent where he does join the board as vice chairman as well. And I think that tells you everything about FSG's attitude towards this investment, but also the impact and the impression that the consortium has made together.
But all the fans will want to know is, does this mean they're going to be better players and more transfers?
The transaction has no impact on Liverpool's ability to move in the transfer window. At least that's what we're told. Look, there's no new separate transfer budget associated to this deal. Transfer decisions and budget setting are all done, and the football operations side of things as well continue to be led by their sporting operation. And don't forget, they've got to work within the financial fair play rules as well. So, look, Liverpool aren't going to change their approach when it comes to transfers. They're not going to have the pants pulled down. We've said it already on numerous occasions throughout this window as well. And certainly it doesn't change their transfer strategy in this window or their philosophy either.
Like we were speaking about Arsenal, Liverpool have been linked with Bradley Barcola, but it seems to have gone quiet. What's your understanding about what's going on? Yeah,
again, Liverpool is still there, effectively, but they've put a valuation on Barcola and said to PSG, this is how far we'll go. PSG, they want £145 million. And at the minute, Liverpool are not going to go that far, and PSG don't seem to be willing to come down to that. Again, you sense that as this continues and we near that deadline, and you look at Barcola's situation at PSG, whether he starts agitating. We understand that he would like a move to the Premier League. Now, does he start agitating for a move? And if so, does that then bring PSG to the table, or back to Liverpool, back to even Arsenal, and say, look, we're willing to lower that price? But at the moment, the only way the Barcola deal for either Liverpool or Arsenal is going to happen is if PSG start lowering their asking price.
Okay.
Liverpool's pursuit of Bradley Barcola has reportedly entered a dramatic new phase, with major negotiations said to be underway over a potential move for the Paris Saint-Germain winger. The transfer has attracted significant attention among Liverpool supporters, particularly as the club continues to reshape its attacking options. According to the information surrounding the developing story, Liverpool remain interested in bringing Barcola to Anfield but have yet to reach an agreement with PSG over the transfer fee. The disagreement has reportedly become one of the biggest obstacles standing between the French international and a move to the Premier League. The situation has taken an even more dramatic turn following reports surrounding Jeff Bezos and the ownership of the club. Claims that Bezos has acquired Liverpool have sparked intense speculation about whether a change at ownership level could have an impact on the club's transfer strategy and its ability to complete major deals. Barcola has emerged as one of the most highly rated young attacking players in European football. His pace, creativity, direct running and ability to operate from the wing have made him an attractive option for clubs looking to strengthen their attacking departments. Liverpool's reported interest also comes at a crucial time for the club. With Mohamed Salah's departure leaving a significant void in the attack, the Reds are expected to consider attacking reinforcements capable of providing goals, creativity and pace. However, PSG are understood to be unwilling to make the negotiations straightforward. The French giants are expected to place a significant valuation on Barcola, meaning Liverpool could have to make a substantial financial commitment if they want to secure his services. The latest developments have therefore left supporters eagerly waiting for the next breakthrough. While Liverpool continue to be linked with the winger, the difference between the two clubs' valuation could determine whether the transfer progresses or eventually collapses. For Barcola, a move to Liverpool would represent a major opportunity to test himself in the Premier League and become part of a club with enormous ambitions. For Liverpool, securing the French winger could provide another explosive attacking option as they prepare for the challenges of the new season. With negotiations reportedly continuing behind the scenes, the Barcola saga is far from over. Liverpool supporters will now be watching closely for any fresh development, agreement or breakthrough that could finally determine whether Bradley Barcola will be wearing the famous red shirt at Anfield.